Change the slide and
Namaste, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, please.
Sir, we the Department of CSE, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, Bhimavaram. So first of all, we'd like to convey our thanks to you, sir, for joining with us to share your valuable knowledge. Sir, before entering into the session, let me take the privilege to introduce you, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce DrKaliCharanRath. Dr. Kalicharan is presently working as Associate Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Gaiety University, Gunupur, Odisha, India. He has more than 18 years of experience in academic and research. He awarded with a PhD degree by National Institute of Technology, Jamshedpur, India, in the year of 2013 in the area of CAM-CAD. He guided more than 20 MTech students as project supervisor, and scholars received their degree. Recently, he is supervising 3 PhD scholars' work. He attended more than 300 webinars during pandemic time. Sir, just now we came to know in the discussion it is more than, because some of you didn't receive the certificate, sir. He presented his research work in various national and international conferences. His work is not only published in various reputed journals, but also published as book chapters by reputed publishers. He attended a bunch of FDPs and STTP programs conducted by reputed organizations. He is the ambassador of Bentham Science Publication. He is the member of IEI, CSI, ISTE, IANG, ISRD, IFERP, member of All India Council for Technical Skill Development, and also the member of National Institute for Technical Training and Skill Development. He is also acting as a Mendeley Advisor Community for Elsevier. Dr. Kalicharan received more than 40 certificates with knowledge from Research Academy Elsevier after completion of various research modules. 3 certificates of excellence received for successfully completed every module within going through peer review from Research Academy Elsevier. He delivered his research talk in various FDPs, STTP, AICTE, Atal Academy, national and international conferences as a keynote speaker. He also received various awards from different national and international communities for his excellence contribution of knowledge to the society. His research field includes robotics and automation, smart manufacturing system, IoT applications, product design, modeling and simulation, CAD/CAM sim, finite element of analysis, etc. He likes people to share the knowledge and work in collaborative manner. Sir, really, we are glad to have a great person having this much background. Really, we are very much thankful to you, sir. Sir, now I request you to share your valuable insights in AI-based robot and its applications.
Thank you, sir. But before starting, I will tell a small history. Dr. P. Kiran Srisar is my brother, and my first talk started from your organization. He invited me, and after that, I delivered so many talks, and I started the sharing of the knowledge and also gaining of the knowledge. So first, I thanks to my brother Kiran Srisar, provide me an again opportunity for an open platform discussion. Thank you, sir, also giving a brief introduction as an great pleasures. So first of all, I congratulate all that you are conducting such a program, and those who are participating also, because this is the one platform where we can able to share our knowledge and we can gain certain idea to work further collaboratively. So before going to deliver the content, I wants to tell here, The importance of the faculty development program is not only update ourselves, but upgrade our student or the new generation or the new technocrats which is going to be launched to the industries. So this is one right way platform where we can able to share the knowledge, and we can able to gain the knowledge, and we can able to update our knowledge as well as the skill, and we have to transfer the technical skill to the student, the new generation, who can able to or being able to ready to deliver their service to the industry, to the society, and run the nation for the next upcoming 20 to 30 years. So this is one most challengeable area. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, sir, it is.
Right, sir.
Yes.
So robotics and AI, robotics and automation, robotics and automation, these two are the parallel technology. Robot is one only machine and AI is the technique. Artificial intelligence just works as an giving to a machine an artificial brain to think, to take the decision and give the instruction for the operation. Basically, the robot is only a machine. Robot is a machine and it is an interdisciplinary act. The robot total body structure is made by the help of the mechanical engineering. The heart, the circulatory, all the things just as in blood and veins, that is will get designed by the electronics and electrical, and the brain and the operating principle that is cooperated by the computer science. So it is an interdisciplinary field, and most is based upon the design. A specific robot is not applicable for all purposes. So for specified application, a specified machine is required, and that machine is known as a robot. Why it is known as robot? Because robot is a kind of machine which replaces the human being or the labor and will perform the same task as performed or supplied or provided by the human being or labor or that particular person. It is start from an, you can say that from a circus, it is a peculiar things. Then after named with the what as per the name of the robota, which is named as a force lever or general lever. It is a completely programmable and is a reprogrammable machines as per the requirement of the task. So in the various field of applications of robot is that in entertainment purpose we can able to use automobiles, agriculture, healthcare, manufacturing sector, military, mining, metal handling, metal transfer, machine loading, unloading. Just now it is going on the recent that for the CNC machines, robot instead of the main or the operating persons, just the robot is used for the loading and unloading, spot welding, continuous arc welding, spray painting, assembly, inspection, laboratories, as well as the home applications. So these are the some basic main important applications of the robot, where now the real applications come to picture, and the various peoples are working here, various scientists are working here in the defense line, research, then structural, then transport, healthcare, home services, agriculture, forestry, etc. The type of robot, if you go with the classification depending upon their uses, now the robots are also used in the educational purposes, domestic robot, mobile robot, and industrial robot. In general, I am focusing on the industrial robot and the medical applications. The important component of the robot, just like a body structure, head, hand, total body, then leg, then fingers, etc. So like that, a man can stand based upon the base as a leg. So base will be required for the robot. Manipulator and effector, actuator and transmission, controller and sensors. So for that, a perfect design of the research fields are the structure, power source, and the energy consumptions, actuations, sensing, manipulation, locomotion, artificial intelligence. So these 7 area are the research area on the robot, where we can able to perform our knowledge. We can able to develop the mathematic and the simulation model. We can test the total environmental application. Then after we will go with the implementation. The basic structure of the robot in general, that it have a power source, because for any machines the energy is required, so power source will be there. Controller, which will take the instruction through the program and guide the total component for the movement to perform certain task. And this is the structure of general robot. It is a base, arm sweep for the movement, soldier for the again movement, then link, then another link. Two link will get connected by the joint. And the degree of freedom means that up to what extent or how many directions or how much direction for the movement of the link is allowed and the system is allowed. Based upon that, we are defining it is a 3 degree of freedom robot, it is a 6 degree of freedom robot, it is a 8 degree freedom robot. The sensors plays a vital role because sensors means to observe. So the total environmental is get observed by the sensor. So sensor technology is most important, just like our eye, ear, skin, tongue. So sensors will give the instruction about the environment to the machine. So sensor provide an awareness of the environment by sensing the thing. It is a main part of the robot. And the sensings can be through the light, sound, heat, chemical, force, object proximity, physical orientation or the positional sensors, magnetic and electrical field and resistances, etc. Even voice recognition are also. General category, if we'll focus on the mechanical structures, then the total robot design is based upon the main 4 parts type of structures. One is the Cartesian robot that will move the X, Y and Z direction. Cylindrical robot, it will move linear as well as the rotational. Spherical, that means it is completely based upon the total spherical structure in a spherical home or envelope. Then articulated robot.
Charan sir, just please unmute yourself, sir. Dr. Kali, just unmute yourself, sir, please. Dr. Kali, can you unmute yourself, sir, once?
Now is it okay, sir? From where it is
Yes, yes. Just 1 second before this, we can proceed with the robot kinematics, please.
Is it over now? Right.
Yes.
So in the kinematic part gives the motions. If we are going with the forward kinematic and the reverse kinematic, forward kinematics are the direct kinematic and inverse kinematic are the reverse kinematic. If we are calculating the end position values, then we are going from the base along with the link parameter as the main variable in the calculation for the direct kinematics or the forward kinematic. If we are coming back, that means from the end effector towards the base, then we are following the inverse kinematic. There, the joint angles and the parametric link values as a variable or the parameter for the equations, and we are calculating the your joint for the manipulated towards the baseline. The difference is that in the forward kinematic, we are going from the base to the end effector, but in the inverse kinematic, we are coming from the end effector towards the base. So here one mathematical matrix model, we are doing that one, this mathematical model formulation based upon the design, and we are writing that particular program when we will feed to the robot through the Python program. So here the 4 submatrices which is involved in the main matrix, that are the rotational matrix, translation or positional vector, perspective transformation and scaling vector. Rotational matrix gives the rotation about the x direction, y direction or z direction, or it is in the hybrid mode, that means both x, y, z directions, because sometimes it will not only happens about the x direction or y direction or the z direction, at that moment it will be twisted in the x, y, z direction. Then translation also same manner along the x line or y line or z line or in relative to x, y, z. Then perspective transformations, then after the scaling factor, one will be the scaling factor by default for the robot. This is the general chain. This is the base, x0, y0, z0 is the baseline. Then after the link get connected to another link with the help of the joint, and the last one which will hold the gripper, that is the end effector, and we will want to find out the location of the position, what is the target position where it have to reach, then we are following the forward kinematic. If all the things known and where we have to go with the baseline or other parameter value we will calculate from the end effector towards the base, then we will follow the inverse kinematic. This is the two link mechanism, theta 1 and theta 2. Link 1 making an angle theta 1 with the horizontal, and link 2 is making theta 2 with the central line of the link 1. Theta 1 plus theta 2 equal to theta, and we will calculate the position of the geometry of the end effector. So all about these things already what I told, that is given here, that in the forward kinematic the main parameters are the joint angle and the link parameter. Then if you'll go to calculate the position of the end effector, but if you'll come in the reverse manner, then position and effector is known and a link parameter you have to add, then you will get the joint angle, that is the inverse kinematic. The same, the prismatic joint based upon the mechanical construction, it will follow the linear motion. Revolute joint with the rotations, prismatic joint with the slider mechanism, sometimes it is required. Revolution joint and its axis in the plane paper, that is the structure. Then PPP, prismatic, that means all the three are the linear motion. PPR means prismatic and rotation, that means two prismatic motion, one rotation. PRR, one prismatic linear motion and two rotational motion. So depending upon the type of structure or the robot used, we have to make the mechanical structure. So like that, there are different kind of the structures as per the requirement of the industries. These are the basic skeleton, geometrical, you can say that mechanical mechanism. Now the kinematic and dynamic. Kinematic is for the motion. Dynamic, here we have to find out, suppose whenever we give the provide the payload, what will be the velocity, what will be the accelerations, that we have to calculate based upon the dynamic. So kinematic and the dynamic control are the main mechanical handling part for the robot. So here Cartesian space, joint space and actuator space, in these three space, what are the real required parameters that will be considered into account for the mathematical model formulation for that particular robot. This is the forward kinematic and the reverse kinematic mathematical formula. If you'll see, we were moving to calculate the end effector position, then the third number link is the end effector. So we had given the position is the x3, y3. L1 is the length of the link 1, L2 is the length of the link 2, L3 is the length of link 3. Now, how much angle the link 1 is making with the horizontal, how much angle the link 2 is making with the central line of link 1, how much angle link 3 is making with the central line of the link 2, that we have to calculate. And these things first we are doing for the trial, for the simulation through the either MATLAB or the free open software Scilab. And the length, link length as per the design we are considering. Then after motion we are allowing theta 1, theta 2, theta 3. After calculation, we have to see and check that whether that will be equal to theta or not. If it is not theta, then simulation model is wrong. Then that must be coming to the theta. Similarly, reverse transformation, that means from end effector towards the find out the joint angle. That is the theta 2 and theta 1 and theta 3 calculation. This is the general available, you can say that robot for the industrial application for pick and place and for the assembly line. This is the joint one, what we observed that before, that link, how it the link will be there, what will be the joint, and the particular in the joint, the servo motors are there. The joint 1 and joint 2 are get interconnected by the, you can say that the motion movement type of device, that is the motor. Link 1 and link 2 are get connected by the single joint. End effector is the place a vital role whose coordinate is much more important because it will reach the target point. So depending upon the type of number of link required, it can be extendable. So the methodology for the particular, this one things I'm discussing about the mechanical. Later on I will collaborate with the AI application. That what is the degree of freedom you have to want to provide, that we have to choose it. how many link, how many joints, what will the structure, what will be the target point, all the things we have to see. Then the fabricated system will starting from the base, then joint, then link, then joint, then link, then joint, then link, then joint, like that. Suppose n number of links we have to associate on that particular robot model. The last link will be the end effector link, where the gripper or operating tool will be attached. So here the robot arm, that means link length is required, and torque we have to calculate, and power consumption we have to also watch it and also monitor it, as well as we have to control it. This is one simulation model I've given, that PPR, prismatic robot, and the DH parameter is essential. And end effector configuration is this one. When it is operating in the simulation model, this is the position, random position, but we have to go with the target, then we have to keep that one, then after we have to see the simulation model. This is the another one, that means during the random click I have taken, this is the degree of freedom is the 3, and this is the PPR, prismatic robot. The first you will see the best, this is the prismatic, that means the linear motion. This the pink color will move in a vertical line up and down, that is the linear motion. And as another one is the also linear, the orange color, right, that will be run in the pink line. This is also linear motion. But here the another one is the incline, that is the rotational link. It will move here, the degree of freedom, the angles we have to give in the restriction. It will move near about to 46 minus here and 46 plus here, as per the requirement. This is one industrial application, KUKA R5 design. This model is designed. Again, we have to see the kinematic model, and what will be the trajectory that we have to observe it, whether it is maintaining the C0 continuity or C1 continuity or C2 continuity. We have to see what is the tangents. If it is a discontinue, then it will give the errors. So we have to always focus that it will be a continuous line, and it will satisfy the C0 continuity. And this is the trajectory application. Same in the welding also, it is required. If the proper trajectory will not maintain, then haphazard weld, that means the weld belt will not properly maintained, and error we have to get, and the defect on the welding we have to get it. So proper trajectory for the motion it is required. So this is I already done that one, and we are getting a good result. The same for Aristo robot. So various applications that day to day we are observing, and most advantage application nowadays is the under teleconference capability, which is the coming challengeable for the industrial people. Now coming to the AI, artificial intelligence is the most powerful tool. Under that, we are going for the deep learning or machine learning, etc. These are the individual tools, but artificial intelligence is the one technique.
तो मैं अभी आर्किटेक्ट में पर अभी कॉलेज में नहीं हूँ.
We are providing that the brain, right? So this artificial intelligence have a very vast area on which we can able to operate, or we can able to sandwich that particular tool with the machine. Either we are going for the natural language processing, or we will use the deep learning, simulation modeling, machine translation, social network analysis, machine learning, robot and the soft robotics, Internet of Things, image analytics, graphics analysis, audio analysis, visualization, etc. And some more emerging field also are coming where artificial intelligence will be used. Now, what the artificial intelligence and the robot? Now, robotics and the artificial intelligence both are the, you can say that one of the techniques. Robotics is the technology, artificial intelligence is the technique. Now, when the technique will be used in the robot, that is coming under the intelligence. So, what is the meaning of the intelligence? Intelligence means the decision by itself, just like in human being. We are taking our own decision. For that reason, we are telling that the human being is an intelligent person. So robot is added with intelligence system, then we can say that it is AI based robot. But in general, robot have no AI. But if you want to add the another one, the intelligence, then that machine will take the decision. So what kind of decisions? it can able to take. That the net through the training, what we had given as a training set, on based upon that population set only, it gives the prediction result, right? So the top companies using AI robot technology nowadays is Misco Robotics, Hanson Robotic, Starship Technology, Neurala, iRobot, Skedio, Boston Dynamics. These are the now playing very much emerging area and developing the AI-based robot. In the coming future, the robotics will take with the AI system, and it will be the main part of the modern manufacturing system. This modern manufacturing system wants high quality product, less effort. That means resource utilization of the human being, repeated kind of work, less maintenance, and proper monitoring and execution. So based upon these parameters, the AI based robot is now going to fit in the modern manufacturing sectors. So which part plays an important role? Here, the robotic processing automation plays a vital role. The robotic process automation will handle the total plant system as an automatic system, as an automation system. Starting from the storage of the inventory to till final product, a total working procedure, environment, process, everything will properly maintain and properly observe and properly, you can say that, handle, starting from the manufacturing floor to the top management. And now the theme is how the work is going on, how remotely we have to control all the total system. This robotic and the artificial intelligence system then add, then the total system is known as your artificial intelligent robot. So the component of this AI-based system is actuator, electric motor, pneumatic air muscles, sensor, piezomotor and ultrasonic motor, muscle wires and power supply. Then this is the component of AI-based robot. The AI technology used in the robot, in which kind of things we can able to give our attention, that computer vision, natural language processing, edge computing, complex event process, transfer learning and AI, reinforcement learning, affecting computing, and mixed reality. These are the area where the computer science peoples are helping for the development of the robot in sandwiching with the AI technique. So the programming language essentials are Python, R, Lisp, Java, C++, Julia, and Prolog, but generally till we are familiar with the Python and the R. This is the total scenario, the structures, that a sensor interfaces with the perception, then planning and control, then user interface. Then a global service can be provided through the robot system for a particular specified application in the industry as an RPA, robot processing analysis system. So AI and robotic system have a three main dimensions. One is the task dimension, use dimension, and technology dimensions. Task dimension focuses on the degree of autonomy, and use dimension focus on application area and care setting. Technology dimension, type of system and degree of intrusions into the patients. That is the two medical applications. Degree of automation, autonomy, that automation system we are giving, that are technology assistant, task autonomy, and conditional autonomy, and high autonomy. Applications are various. Few are given here: surgery, rehabilitations, telemedicines, prediction. These are the best upon the medical applications and healthcare. Then care setting, longer term, shorter term. Type of system, physical system, virtual system, hybrid system. In virtual system, we are going through the simulation. In physical system, directly applicable. In hybrid system means remotely we are observing that the machine will be there, and virtually mode we are getting the all the things, and we are calculating and we are predicting or analyzing the things. This is the one is the most important, that AI in autonomous of the robotic intelligence, augmented robotic intelligence, assisted robotic intelligence, in autonomous robotic system, we are using the drone applications in many of us we are involved. Augmented, now it is coming in an emerging area. It is developing. And assisted robotic intelligence is AI based assistant application to the medical as well as the industries. Now it is one of the case studies going on that a patient all of a sudden getting a heart attack. So why is the cause? Before getting the heart attack, what is the cause? Whether the person is emotional, whether the person is angry, whether the person is irritated, like that. So a robot will made, and robot is based upon AI proper training given in by introducing various case studies like your training model. Then after, the robot is interacting with the outer environment. So the person when tells that it's a good day, then the robot is feeling through that analysis, yes, is compatible, and it is just, you can say that as per the domain of the compatible zone, then he will tell the glad to hear it, right? The thing, how the robot will recognize the things, the mechanism behind it, when the speech is getting through the sensors, the voice recognition sensors. Then after the speech, going for the speech segmentation divisions. Then from the speech, the feature extraction will be happen, where there are extracting of 88 features for each segment. Then came in clustering done. Then out of you can say that selecting the case segments by clustering feature, the right matching will be sent for the spectrogram generation, which will formulate the 2D spectrogram for the perfect matching of the quality. That means it will identify to which it is mapping, whether it is angry or disgust or fear or sad or happy, or it is just as a surprise, or this through which we can say a person will get a shock. So all will be categorized through a proper training model. Then emotional classification that is coming under. Then this is compared with the 3D CNN. CNN means, you can say that, convolution neural networking system. Then after, we are getting the output result. So when the full audio signal, when it is getting from the man, then first one that is categorized into the feature extraction. Then again it is compared with the STFT with the function F1. Then again we are focusing on the domain. Second domain will come. Then like that, n number of segment will come one by one, and that individual segmentation is nothing but, after, you can say, that verification, that is known as your clustering. So this spectrogram of keyframes first keep the clustering values in 1 by 1 positions. So the total set is classified in an algorithm based like that. The features extracted model will extract that values through its particular technique. Then heterogeneous will be filtered. Then that values will enter as the training values for the networking model. And final output is only one, that will come with the emotion graph. Up to what extent, if you go with the pie chart, then you can able to see how much percentage belong to whom. So general functions, as per the discussion from the literature, we found and used the mathematical formula that if we will go with the original speech sample is X, then compress the that particular speech that will voice sample in fx is the functions, then ln 1 plus mu X, then log 1 plus mu sine of Z, then reconstructed the speech sample with the X number of, you can say that, small set. Then this particular set again go with the fragmentations. Then we have to check the frequencies. Then the time set interval, we have to see the time set value is the 4 minute, you can say that meter per second, given 75 to overlap between the frames. Then general sample, here the time frequency spectral magnitude area size weight restricted to 257 to 259. 257 was the number of frequency values, 259 was the number of time value column, and the total test we have done through the MATLAB. The spectrum procedures for to calculate the frequencies in the step end, what is the maximum frequency minus minimum frequency divided by 257, that is the hertz. So maximum was equal to your 0 hertz and f minimum was equal to fs by 2, where fs denote the sampling frequency, and at the time steps t will be given as delta t equal to w by 4 second. So here one thing we have to again I have to calculate, that is known as your bandwidth equal to 1.81 by WH. So thus for a 16 ms windows we have taken the test and the bandwidth was approximately equal to 113 hertz. Similarly, different frequency scales we have to test it, and the corresponding logarithm scales value of the flock were calculated right by the different formulas we achieved for that one. And here we scale frequencies will be calculated based upon the formula Glassberg and Moro with given in 1990 in the, you can say that through the telecom services line. This is the total analysis model that a spectromagnitude array will be entered to a dynamic range normalization, then minimum to maximum based upon the color, then RGB division of visualization, then individual coming on through the array and individual get proper filter and resizing, then channel 1, channel 2, channel 3 will be entered, and this is the real input to the CNN, and then class probability. So we have observed that for the person for the different moment we have to take in the test that the anger we will found on that one is 129, boredom 79, disgust 38, fear 55, joy 58, neutral 78, sadness 53. The total duration of the emotional speech we have to discuss that these things, and number of generated spectrogram images is found here. So now if you calculate based upon this that how much percentage of this fellow have. If it is more than that to 50% of the sadness, then surely the person is under tension and it will get an abnormality, hypertension value, and the abnormality of the things, that emotion will create so many diseases on the body, right? So all of sudden also when you will see, then we are telling that he cannot able to, his brain cannot able to take the decision. For that reason, the angerness, the anger egoness will generate what is the not generate. You can say that balance, unbalanced situation, that means not maintaining the harmony situation. All at that moment, he will get a fearness. So fearness value is increasing, for which the all of a sudden the blood circulation getting a high speed, and with the high speed blood circulation, it will go with the bottleneck position, supply is more, and you can say delivery is less, then automatically choke will happen. The person is getting a heart attack. So in this manner, we will also calculated the developed mathematical formulas for ACI, PCI, RCI, and FCIs, where you can see that the accuracy is ACI, precision value PCI, recall is RCI, and F score is FCI. To test our model validation, whether we are getting or not, this is the standard calculation. Based upon that, if you are not getting, then the system or the design model is have a little bit error. Again, we have to go with the calculation for the segmentation. So here weighted average, you know that during the neural networking weighted value is the most important. So weighted average is also calculated here. If you are getting the classes of n equal to 7 for all test reception of the 5 volts at the training set, then we have to go with the emotional classes where unbalanced. The weighted average value is the precision, recall F score, then accuracy value we calculate WAQ equal to net summation of QC of the CI divided by net summation of CI. So QCI denotes either precision, recall, F score, or accuracy for I class, given that equation from 9 to 12. So the value of CI denotes the class size. So this is the general last slide of the applications that user and the robot interaction, and the robot is based upon the AI robot, and it is find out, or it will find the emotional level of the persons for which the person is going to abnormality in his body or in his brain. So he can able to inform that you are just not in a harmonic condition, your percentage is like this. If you will maintain proper harmony, then you will be healthy. Else, the some type of disease, what we have to give the training, then you may fall on the diabetes, or you may go with the hypertension, or you may go to the heart attack. That decision will be taken care by the robot, but that is the predefined, that if this set will be satisfied, then this type of cause will happen. So from that, the random value the robot will assign that yes, if we are getting with these things, then from this percentage it is tie up with this, so the cause and the effect of this particular cause will be this. So this is the application of AI in the robot. Thank you so much.
If any of the participants, if they wish to interact with our professor, you're welcome.
Might have I tossed the theme, sir?
Yes, you are crystal clear actually. And you have started on time and you have closed it in time actually. That's what I observed. Sunil Gera, we can proceed, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Sir, I would like to ask you one question. Can you allow me?
Sure, ma'am. It's my pleasure.
Sir, your lecture was quite informative and useful one. My question to you is about the robotics technology. What are the limitations and whenever we are, and second question is, whenever we are applying the robotics system, how can we choose that this robotic system, designing of the robotic system depends on which parameters, sir? Important parameters.
Right. Madam, see, robot, if you will go with the robot application, then mechanism of the kinematic and dynamic is essential, because in the robot in the industry will be peak, place and assembly line, right? But if you go with the healthcare, suppose just like in we are giving the biometrics, right? And you can say that face detecting, the same kind of the sensing technology will be fit on the robot, right? At that moment, robot motion is not important. At that moment, the recognition system is most important, right? The sensor technology and the decision technology through the neural networking system, or you will take the machine learning or your deep learning, that technology we have to adapt together, right? So at that moment, what I told, robot is only a machine. So machine in which manner you have to use, whether it is a stitching machine, or you can use it is an for other purpose. If it is a stitching machine, then its structure is different. If it is other application, then its structure is different. Exactly in the same in a robot. Robot is only a machine, right? If you want for the entertainment, for the dancing purpose, then your leg, your finger, your arms, etc. will be different, and the program will be different, and it will be dance as per the music set with the robot. But whenever it is application for the recognition system, the specified and given, that is the voice recognition system. If a person is talking, then from that you can say that voice, the robot will recognize whether the person is angry, or whether is the person is a calm, whether person is in a tension mood, or it is an emotional. And that things we have to train the robot first. So how we are training? Based upon any neural networking system, right? So many, if you could take the 100 number of training, if you provide, then after if you go for a testing, right? Once the well-trained networking system is over, right, that program is fed with that particular machine, then if you tell yes, come here, then the robot will recognize the loud spine, and it will calculate the frequency, it will calculate the wavelength, etc. So from that one, the robot, that clustering already it will match it, that under which clustering it will go. Then if it will match with it, it will surely match, because we had given the training, a number of data set we are given. So from any one data set, through that particular clustering, it will match, and when it will match it, then it gives its symptoms as per that particular set. So from that population, the various cause and effect already we had given through the training to the machine, and based upon the new feeded one, it will only match it, that with which set of that particular population it is matching. So once it will be matched, then it will give. If it is not, again it will give the syntax error or some error. That means again you have to take the recording, or again you have to interact it. That is the mechanism, nothing else. Is it okay, madam?
Yes, sir. Third question is that you are answer very well. Whenever next generation is data communication system, so how this robotic system is useful for the data
Madam,
communication, sir?
yes, madam. Yes, madam. It will be only as an intermediate machine or device, nothing else. It is only the intermediate device for the translation system. That's all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I am also interested. If you have any idea or anything, so let us discuss and collaborate. My personal ID and mobile number, WhatsApp number, I already shared with Kiran sir. Right. I am also interested to learn because what till now I developed myself with the discussion only, and I am trying to learn new things. So if not noted, please note it this one, and we can able to discuss also. And for other parts which is essential to us, we can able to take the help of Kiran sir also because he is master in your machine learning.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you so much for joining with us. I hope, as you mentioned, our people are not only clear, yes, they are
Sir.
crystal clear, sir.
Thank you.
Because-
Thank you, sir.
Because you started with this AI-based robots and its corresponding applications, sir. From there, you go on by mentioning what are the robotic fields of applications, what majorly the people can work if they want to work on this robotics, what may be the fields, and if you work on that, what are the social impact of the robots, and you already mentioned what are the types of robots, and you mentioned you are going to focus on the industrial robots and all. And then you focus with the major important components. When we work with any of the robot, what are the important components and main components of this? You mentioned both, and you gave what are the different types of sensors that we need to work on it. And the one of the new point that is robot kinematics. And you mentioned the difference of kinematics as well as the dynamic control. So mainly you gave an outline of how the degrees of freedom with an real-time applications, and how this robot application is going to rule the future, and how we can add artificial intelligence for a technique with the technology that you mentioned. Really AI and robotic in the beginning, how we can have these two, because these two are the different known, but you made these two can be incorporated. So really our participants are very much in knowledge. They gained more knowledge, sir, with your presentation and all, and you gave several algorithms also. What are the technologies that you need to, that means the languages that you need to learn, and what are the technologies that you need to focus, and how is the speech emotion is going to be recognized. And you already mentioned some spectrogram of keyframes, sir, with a real-time applications, and really it is a feast for us, sir. That's why in the beginning you had
this is the team of the 12 people, sir. With him, the 2 people from IBM, my student, are working.
Great.
So this is also on development stage because the total robot we have not made it. Only small devices with it hardly just as on the table.
Yes, sir. Because in the beginning of discussion, our HOD sir mentioned that you already what it is, you are invited as a resource person for more than 300. Because some of them you didn't receive the certificate. So now we came to know how you have that much reputation.
No, sir, you have also a great resource person like Kiran sir. He is much more helping. Both, I also learned something on his talk, right, related to the machine learning, clustering, what is K clustering, etc. That before that I don't know. On his talk, I attended some program of talk delivered by the Kiran sir also. Because sir, this is the you can say share and gain the knowledge.
Yes, sir. Obviously, our sir is also very much dynamic, sir. for arranging these many number of faculty development programs and collecting these many number of talented people. Why? Because we can imagine how much busy you are. Despite of your schedule, you came to us and you joined with us and you shared your valuable content and knowledge with us. Sir, really, we the Department of CSC, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, Bhimavaram, from bottom of our hearts, we will convey our thanks to you, sir. Thank you
sir.
so much for joining with us.
Thank you, Kiran sir. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Same to you, sir.
You can wind up the session day.